Let's get you update on the Russia-Ukraine conflict now. France and Ukraine signed a bilateral security agreement on Friday, including pledges from Paris to deliver more arms, train soldiers and send up to 3 billion euros in military aid to Kyiv this year. The French presidency said France has pledged to provide up to 3 billion euros additional military support to Ukraine in 2024. France also pledges to provide more military equipment, in particular for air defense. Macron said Russia's aggression towards Europe has entered a new phase with increasing levels of misinformation.
In the framework of this agreement, France has pledged to spend up to 3 billion euros in additional military aid for Ukraine in 2024, following 1.7 billion euros in 2020 and 2.1 billion euros in 2023. France also pledged to continue its support to Ukraine in all aspects, providing military equipment, cooperation among defense industries, with the development of co-production, training, intelligence, civil aid, etc.
All right, DD India's correspondent Ross Cullen gets us more from Brussels.
Well, Emmanuel Macron had planned to sign this agreement in Kyiv, but the fact that Volodymyr Zelensky is attending the Munich Security Conference meant that plans were altered for the Ukrainian president to be able to come to Paris first before Germany. And this was the third visit by the Ukrainian president to Paris since the start of the war and came just ahead of February the 24th, when Ukraine will mark 2 years since the beginning of the Russian invasion. The French presidential palace said the visit was an opportunity for the French president to reaffirm France's determination to continue to provide, in duration and with all of its partners, unwavering support for Ukraine and the Ukrainian people. The two men discussed the situation on the front line, Ukraine's military, economic and humanitarian needs, as well as Ukraine's accession negotiations to join the European Union.
We have prepared and signed an ambitious, very substantive security agreement, and it is very important that there are very specific agreements with these, our partners. We are all together, and this union of the United States, Europe, France, Germany and the United Kingdom, we need this union to defeat the Russian Federation, which came to us with an unprovoked war.
And you can see the EU's Commission building here behind me in Brussels. France has come in for some criticism for lagging behind other European partners in terms of how much military support it gives to Ukraine, though Paris says it does not publish its full figures for security reasons. France did train thousands of Ukrainian soldiers last year as part of the EU programme and is continuing to do so this year, including training fighter pilots. Paris is also sending long-range deep strike Scalp missiles for use by the Ukrainian Air Force and Caesar howitzers for ground forces. The French leader plans to make his next trip to Ukraine before the end of this month. In Brussels, Ross Cullen reporting for DD India.